Hey, ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about Attack on Titan. And I gotta say, this episode got some very interesting question, especially from John. I feel like he was the star of this episode. He was the focus of this episode. Kind of saw a lot of things from his perspective, from his train of thought. I actually liked it quite a lot and posed some interesting questions. Like I said, could this actually work between them? And one, probably the most important question right at the beginning of the episode. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, like I said, we see it from John's point of view, so to say, mostly throughout of the episode, and him at the beginning thinking about what comes after, what he wants to do, thinking to get a big house, some drinks, having a family, and just simply enjoying life. And I kind of liked seeing him and a bunch of characters kind of enjoying everything, not just fighting all of the time, having the weight of the world on their shoulders. I hope there's gonna be some semblance of similar something to that towards the end, but I don't know what the ending is gonna be. I still have my theory about that episode. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But yeah, and he even tried to tune out everything, even Hunch trying to get him for them to carry out their plan or to make a plan, but said, no, I'm ignoring this. I'm gonna stay in my dream. And I understand that sometimes you just wanna stay in your dream, just ignore everything else, especially if the world is literally going to shit around you. Now we have them trying to start this uneasy, unlikely alliance, however you wanna call it, into motion. Hunch wants to stop Eren, and she's very adamant about being feeling very strong about it. And she's right, genocide is a mistake, but they have to start to get allies. And I was a bit surprised that when they were talking about it, Mikasa agreed instantly to stop Eren, but there's a bit more to it. She said, yes, we have to stop Eren, but very directly and fast. And keep that in mind, we're gonna talk a bit more about that. Now, what I liked more was Hanji's moment when she mentioned everybody that lost their lives for all of the sacrifices they have made for this fight, for everything, and the weight she has on herself, the blame she puts on herself as a leader, as everything she did even before becoming the leader of the scouts. And John again questioning what comes after. Let's say they actually stop Eren, no matter how they stop him, what exactly are they gonna do after? What happens with the island? Everybody else is just gonna want them dead again, even more Marley. But Hanch says, yeah, you may be right, but at least we're gonna get some time to deal with it. But they don't want to commit genocide, just kill the entire planet basically out of revenge. Now, like I said, Hunch has a lot of blame on herself. I'm not saying everything she did was right and correct, but considering the circumstances, it's just insanity what all of the characters have been through, how many people have lost their lives. And I like that image with her, and in the background you see all of the characters, Erwin and everybody else that was there. I think we also saw Marco from John's point of view. Got me a bit emotional thinking back at the past of Attack on Titan and how many people have died, be it important characters, be it off-screen characters, being just a random soldier number 69 that died off screen. A bunch of people have died for this conflict, fight, war, however you wanna call it. A lot of people have lost their lives. Hopefully something's gonna come out of this ending, so to say. We're gonna get a decent conclusion, and their sacrifices wouldn't have been in vain. And is Eren actually trying to do what I said, kind of becoming the villain to unite the world against him? That's my theory for the ending. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. We'll have to wait and see. Now, back with this alliance, we have was probably the most tensed up conversation around a campfire. Magat's conversation with Jan, I liked it quite a lot. Jan was actually getting very angry at Magat, everything that Magat was saying about his justice, still talking from that high horse, even bringing up the conflict that started 2000 years ago with how he still sees them as devils. Like, dude, why are you still bringing that thing up just to justify your actions? I'm not saying the Paradise side hasn't done some fucked up things, but you guys take the cake by a lot, Marley, let's be honest. Even whatever happened 2000 years ago, you take the cake. Holy shit, you basically oppressed an entire population. Like, no, there's no way you have a point with that. I'm just trying to break them up over there. They almost got into a fight. But the important question that kind of brought a lot of tension back was put by Annie, asking the main trio, so to say, Armin, Connie, and Mikasa. Oh, can you guys kill him? Can you actually kill Eren? And yeah, that's a very good question, considering especially Mikasa. Now, like I said at the beginning of the episode, Mikasa agreed to instantly stop Eren. But here, when Annie asked that question, killing isn't the only option. So she's still not ready to kill him. I don't think she can do it, or maybe she might surprise me and she's gonna end up being the one that kills Eren. Her or Levi. I kinda wanna see Levi do it just to bring it full circle, so to say, because at the start of the series, Levi was kind of his watchdog, just promising him, hey, if you do something out of line, I'm gonna be the one to end you. Now, I don't know, is it gonna be one of them? They even mentioned that Eren, either way, even if they go after him or not, he still only has, 4 years to live because of the curse of Ymir, so that's gonna be interesting. Is it gonna be Levi or Mikasa, or is he somehow gonna have a change of heart and live out his remaining years? I kinda don't see that that being the case, so it's a coin flip between Levi or Mikasa who's gonna kill him. We'll have to see. Or is he gonna take his life? I don't know. There's so many possibilities, but I'm kind of leaning towards those two the most. But yeah, they still want to talk to him. They don't really have a plan as to actually how to do it or what they're gonna say to him. So it's just an impulse thing. They still want to see if they can get through to him. I don't know if that's gonna be possible. I feel like Eren is kind of like a force of nature now, and I'm not talking about his powers, founding titan, the behemoth that he is right now, just his mentality and how he is, especially after that chilling voice you got when he broke into the Zoom call. I don't really think he's somebody who can really reason back to reality, no matter how much he cares for his friends. Or maybe, like I said, he's doing this for them. Even Annie and Mikasa almost get into it to fight a bit. I would kind of like to see that one, Annie and Mikasa. I still have my money on Mikasa, honestly. I don't care how good Annie is, even with her Titan's powers. I still think Mikasa can take her. Now, they slowly start to have a proper conversation to figure out a plan, thinking of using the Azumabito boat to get close to the founding Titan slowly, to find out where Eren is going. And Magath wants Yelena to be the one to tell them. This episode they got some surprising things about Yelena. And apparently she faked her backstory, everything, and she's actually a Marlene. Like, a real Marlene. She faked everything. Even they didn't know about this. They found out now when they did some research on her background. And she pretended she wasn't, and even went after them a bit, attacking them in their personal level, so to say, a bit. After Reiner, with how many people died because he broke the wall, with what Annie did also, with all of the soldiers, what they did, with Armin, what he did when he exploded over there. Everybody has bloody hands, so to say the least. Doesn't matter what the reason was on each side, everybody killed people, and a lot of them. Like, you can have mountains with how many people have died in Attack on Titan, and even mentioning Gabi killing Sasha, which I will never forgive you with that, Gabi. I don't care how good of a character you are, how compelling you are. You're a very well written character, but I will never forgive you for Sasha. No matter what you do, what you say, I will never forgive you for Sasha. And I feel like Jin has kind of the same feelings with Marco about Reiner. Now, Jin kind of tried to give her a way out, saying she did all of that conversation to air out all of their grievances, to bring them to the same table. Saying, hey, both sides have fucked up. Can we just get over this and talk about it, how we're gonna save the world? She still feels a bit delusional with how she sees things, and this is where, like I mentioned, she goes into attack mode again, mentioning Marco to get under Jin skin, to get them fighting each other a bit more with Annie, Jin, Marco, and Reiner. And now we have a confession moment from Annie admitting she took Marco's gear, Reiner saying she followed orders. Like, Reiner is still very, very depressed. Like, I don't know how he's gonna be able to. I'm still surprised he's able to function right now. Not how he's gonna be able to function in the future. But yeah, and something very, very important, and I'm very curious. Is this actually gonna be able to work? Because Jan asks them what were Marco's last words, and Marco put something very simple, like it sounds very dumb, but when you think about it, especially with how Magath was looking at this conflict, mentioning all that history 2000 years ago, what happened between them, what happened now, saying, hey, Marco in his dying breath, to Reiner, Bertold, and Annie, we haven't even had a chance to talk this through. And that's a very good point. No matter how dumb it sounds and how simple it is, this conflict is kind of pointless with the history of 2000 years ago, what happened with the civilization. Why, up to this point, haven't they really talked this through? And yeah, it even hit Jan a bit, so to say. That could be a good idea. Honestly, it could be, but will it actually work? I don't know. And even we see more Reiner saying that when he saw Marco being eaten, he had that break into him again. Why is Marco being eaten? And went into a rage and killed that Titan. But Jan wasn't having any of it, and I agree with it, dude. I know Reiner feels very sorry about what he did, but he still did it. And I'm on the same mindset with Sasha and Gabi. I'll never forgive you, Gabi, and I'll say it a bunch of times. And Reiner trying to say sorry to Jan, and Jan just, dude, shut up, please, shut up, please, please, and couldn't take it anymore, and just started pummeling him completely to the ground, a fit of rage. And the reason why I'm laughing was that kick to the nuts. Everybody tried to stop him, and he still threw one last one into the nuts over there. He went for the second one, but Gabi came in and took it, so to say, to protect Reiner. And this is why I keep saying Gabi is an amazingly well written character, saying she's sorry, admitting their one wish was to kill all of them just for the world to accept them, started pleading for their help, especially talking to Jan, and even Falco joining in, begging him for them to help them to stop Eren. And even Magath was touched by what Gabi did there. I feel like she's gonna be the linchpin a bit to unite both factions in a way. he tried to say something Magat, but he couldn't in that moment. Now Jen had a lot of things to go through, especially that that night. Sorry about that, but I feel like the most important input we had into this episode had to come from Levi. Everybody fighting, talking, going all over everything that happened, and him waking up. You guys talk too loud. Understandable, Levi. Go back to sleep. I really hope we're gonna see Levi back into fighting shape. I kind of miss seeing him go wild on everybody. Maybe Zeke again, but probably not. Since Zeke is kind of like a mush now. I don't even know what happened to Zeke being absorbed by Eren. And after Jen had some time to clear his mind, think things through, he actually agrees to help them just instantly in the morning, like nothing happened. I like Jan quite a lot, especially in this episode. He goes to wake them, and them being a bit shocked and surprised. Are you actually gonna help us? And him, yes, of course I will. Just like, yeah, of course I'll lend you some water. I'll give you some water. Something very simple like that. I like you, Jan. I really like you. And he went in to wake up Reiner. And Reiner healed pretty fast, so he still has that healing power, even though they're not really able to transform or not have full access to their Titan power. That is still not very clear. Now, while they were in the carriage, he actually apologizes to Gabi for kicking her, asking her, are you okay? But saying, I will not apologize to you, Reiner, and that's understandable. Have a nice day. And I agree, between them there's not gonna be any more than this, especially after what Reiner did, how much it affected everybody. And with Marco and Annie from the background there, hey, what about me? Nothing. Nothing about Annie. What is Jan gonna do about Annie? Is he gonna apologize to her? Has he forgiven her? I feel like that was pretty funny. Hey, what about me? Sit back down, Annie. Now, they try to get to the harbor, but they get information from Pig that the Jaegerists have taken control of the harbor. We have that Azumabito lady being taken hostage by none other than your favorite dictator wannabe, Flock. I really hope somebody kills Flock. Honestly, I'm tired of seeing Flock. Just kill him, get him out. I'm tired. I feel like even Flock is tired about Flock. Please, we have to do something about him. Pig, please eat him. I don't know, use that Titan, go after him. I'm curious what's gonna happen with Flock. But yeah, overall, again, I felt like the last 2 or 3 episodes, including this one, have been more setup episodes, getting things into motion, preparing things, planning out things and stuff like that. I'm curious where it's gonna lead when we're gonna see the conflict starting again. In a way, it's a bit of downtime, so to say. I like it, I enjoy it, but I'm curious how things are gonna turn out. So, what you guys thought about the episode? Do you think this talking it out could actually work? And what do you think about Mikasa and how she handled this situation, with her agreeing to stop Eren but not committing to going after him and kill him? It's gonna be interesting what she's gonna do in that situation. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about the episode, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Attack on Titan. I'll see you again on the next one.